Good morning. Welcome to Sunday Morning Coffee. Hi. Okay, so I need to check my audio. Ouch. Ooh, just got my toe there. Good morning to you. This is actually a holiday weekend in the United States. It's Memorial Weekend. So I'm not sure how people are going to be as far as availability this morning, which is fine. Our conversation today for our coffee talk is going to be about likes. What do we like? Let's see if this will chat here.
Your skin isn't the same as everyone else's. That's why
Good morning. Hello. Just know that whenever you are watching this video, oh, there we go. Good. Yay. Okay. All right. Good morning. This is the last Sunday of May 2024. I know you've seen my new merch. I know you've seen this. There's a link on my Facebook page. There's a link in I know it's on my Fairy Grasshopper page, my merchandise links. I can't even talk right now. I'll post it again so you can see it. But all right, so I got some more smudge sticks. So I'm pretty excited about that. These are one of the things that I like that I'm going to share with you today. I'm going to burn. This one is dragon's blood. So we're going to step in. I know. Doesn't it sound so kind of, alchemical and metaphysical? Don't I sound so metaphysical? I am holding it over my big bowl here. I have a beautiful brass bowl that is used as a cauldron and as a chalice. And no, I do not practice Wiccan or Wicca, but I use the tool of the chalice or the cauldron as one of the divine feminine tools. So we're going to talk more about tools. I'm going to try to interject more about tools here on Above Life channel because 2024 is the year of the empath. Here we go. And one of the tools is sensory scent. And this is a little red because it is dragon's blood sage, which is so beautiful. I love the smell of this. Everybody has their own kind of scents that they gravitate toward. The dragon's blood has always been one that I really, really like. So, and did you want to see? I'll do show and tell here in the morning, right before we start our Sunday morning coffee. But this is, I got this beautiful bowl, this brass bowl that I use for burning things in. And sometimes I'll put like a cup of water in here if I'm doing I have some moon water, that kind of thing. And I got this when I was with one of my besties in Texas 2 years ago. So yeah, I got this. Isn't it cool? So cool. Yeah. Imagine going through airport security with this. That was interesting. I'm like, it's an Aladdin's lamp. It kind of looks like an Aladdin's lamp, doesn't it? Like let's make wishes kind of thing. Yeah, I like that. I love the scent. Oh, the dragon's blood. Oh. And you can get scents like dragon's blood, sage, cedar in other forms too. If you don't like to do burning, if you don't like the smoke piece, I personally need the smoke part. I like the smoke part. And I like strong scents, so I'm okay with that. But for some, that's not always a thing. So you can do like an incense, a lighter incense. You could do a spray with an essential oil, that kind of thing. And then you can kind of balance it for yourself. You can cut oils with witch hazel, like sprays and stuff. You can make your own. So you can do that. But anyway, I'm not like a super herbal chick or anything like that. I just have tools that over the years that I've gathered. Remember, I've been doing metaphysical work for 20 years. I started as a medium 2 years after the death of my father when he transitioned, and yeah, then just opened up wide and did all sorts of connection and communication work with dead people, with spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, archetypal energies, ancient wisdom keepers, the whole nine yards, the elements, all that kind of stuff, the astral, all of it. So interesting. So, one of the things that I like, which our topic is likes, our likes, we're going to focus on our likes today. One of the things that I like is I like the scent. I like the scent of dragon's blood. It sounds so creepy and cool, but it's not. So, there you go. I mean, it's not creepy. It's cool, but it's not creepy. Very divine feminine. Just, oh, I love it. I love it. So today our topic is likes. I have decided that as empaths, we have too many things coming at us that forces us into what we don't like. We are so busy setting boundaries and saying what we don't want. I don't want that. I don't want this. And constantly having to stand up and articulate and advocate and be strong. And I decided today, my friends, we are going to have a talk about our likes, about things we like. We're going to focus on like things that bring us joy or enjoyment. Okay. So joy might be a high bar to set right now in these times, but enjoyment is a sweet spot. So, um, you may or may not know or remember, but I do this every year. I have a ritual that I do, the word of the year. And the word of the year for me is encouragement. And when I was feeling into shifting energy, focusing more on the things that I like what do I like? What do I enjoy about life? What are things that I walk when I go on a walk that I appreciate? What am I drawn to? What do I notice? What am I in awareness of? And intentionally opening myself up to being aware of my surroundings as I am walking in a peaceful, beautiful place. Opening myself up to what it is that I might need and want to draw more of into my life, like flowers, color, feelings, senses, like the air on my skin or the sun on my face. Very simple things that bring a level of enjoyment. So, being in the process of experiencing a moment that feels good. That's how I defined enjoyment when I was thinking about all the things that I like and how much I was enjoying. I was on how this came to be was that I was on a walk yesterday and it was just so sensory. It was beautiful. It was busy in town. I live in near a little town, and it's like Labor or Memorial Weekend. So like there's cars around and motorcycles and big trucks and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, I want to go to the coffee shop first and then we can go on a walk. And then I want to go on a walk kind of by the swans and I want to hear the falls, the water, and just be in town and then walk by the ballpark where everything's super green and there's these huge trees and the sky was so blue and it was windy, which was helpful because it was sunny. When the sun was out and down on you, it was warm. But otherwise, it was just like a really nice kind of balance temperature wise. And I was talking about the colors. I said, I just love how green everything looks and how blue the sky is and how green the trees are and the grass and all of this. And it's just the colors were so vibrant. And I was noticing that. And I said, I am really finding that if I show up, like when I'm going on a walk, I'm not going on a walk because I'm like, oh, I have to keep active. I have to keep moving and I need to make sure I'm healthy and I don't want to be a couch potato. And for all the things I don't want, that's why I'm going on a walk. How about I go on a walk because of all the things I want? like the sensory experiences. And I want to see people in town talking and laughing, sitting outside the coffee shop or walking their dogs down by the old big old bridge or the people that are putting their canoes in the river because that's what you could saw all the things, all of those things, and bicyclists because there's a huge trail by us that people drive forever to come here and they do this big trail. And there's so many beautiful things around here, so much active things around here. And so I had this awareness of how I've I've been in this state for the last 7 months post-surgery of really being cautious and super aware, heightened awareness of how my life used to be, like how much access, how I was fit and so active and so, healthy and all the things and had energy and all that, and then how the last 7 months have been such a different just a completely different life and a lot of different emotions that I've never had to face or experience before about the perceived and the actual limitations on my physical body, and then the mental, emotional experiences that I've been having. And so in when the weather's nicer and it's I'm out of the house and I'm outside and it just everything just feels so open when you go outside, just the whole just even to walk outside to let the dogs out, it's like everything just feels so open. And I was having a conversation about this energy of how the reason why I chose my word of the year encouragement was because I wanted to when I did the etymology of the words, it was about like one of the base words was courage, like having this courage and being in like a state of momentum with courage and feeling good and feeling strong and healthy. That's kind of how I resonated with it. And so yesterday when I was having the sensory experience in the walk in town, and I so enjoy being outside anyway. I have always enjoyed and appreciated nature as medicine. And I the word enjoyment came up. And I thought, well, joy is pretty intense. Like that's like, oh, my friends that are just always so optimistic and happy. Like that's not me. Okay. That is not me. Your girl likes to motivate and inspire and empower you. And your girl also is not always happy, as you will know. In fact, I deal with a lot of depression at moments and very incredibly challenging times in my life in the last few years. That was the first time I was ever diagnosed with depression was in the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022 when I came out. And so it was like a lot of when I first started to, I guess I should say it that way, but there was just so much. And so I know that life is a mix, a blend. It's like art, like mixed media art. Like this is a mixed media art piece where it's layered. Like there's layers and layers of different kinds of paints and textures and there's I don't know if there's any actual oh yeah, there is some like kind of paper material and stuff in here. It's like that. Like that's what life is like, right? And that experience and that process. And it's really about the way that we're processing things and the way we're moving through life and how we perceive it, right? So I had this big kind of like, hey, I want to focus on the things that I like, not the things I don't like. And that's different than, like, focusing on the positive and not the negative. I'm not talking about ignoring things that aren't good or aren't great, etcetera. There's a time and a place for anger, for fighting, for standing up, fighting for what you believe in, for standing up. What I'm talking about is our day-to-day lives. You and I have got to treat ourselves better energetically, and I believe that one of the ways you and I can do this is through like. What do we like? Drawing our attention toward what we like about a situation or scenario, not what we don't like. We're so trained to notice the potential pitfalls, the potential dangers, the potential fears or drops in our emotion, that we're constantly on heightened awareness for some negative stuff to protect ourselves, to buffer, to look the other way, kind of a thing. Um, and so I think there's a lot more good or perceived opportunity for engagement that is enjoyable than what we have allowed ourselves recently. I'm going to say that. I know for me, that's the truth. And so I want to encourage us to focus on some of our likes. So, one of the things that I like is dragon's blood, and is this the sage bundles that I have. I have another one too. I can't think of the name of this one. It's a V name. Um, but in my household, scents like that can't be like upstairs, like it has to be downstairs here, because it's too intense for some people. Like it can cause headaches for some, eye irritation, it can increase allergens. And I'm sensitive too, but I love this. Like I need this, like I need medicine. Okay. So I come downstairs and I do it here. And so I don't not do it, not experience and express the enjoyment that I have from this awesome, amazing dragon's blood in I want to say keep saying incense, because I used to have incense. I used to have incense cones of it. And now I have the sage bundles are so much better. I've got like another big one too over here of this. But just because other people don't like it or it's uncomfortable for them, it doesn't mean you just don't do it. I have a really good friend too, speaking of sense and sensory, who has to do it on her. She has a special sacred place on her patio so that she can burn her incense and her sage and things like that, because her housemates can't handle it. They're really highly sensitive. Plus, there's a new baby there, so it's kind of different, But so don't hold back what you like. Don't change your likes because other people are not comfortable or can't or don't like that. Give yourself permission to find a way and a space to be able to experience it. Like, so what about music? So you like different genres of music than maybe your housemates do, or maybe your partner does, or maybe your coworkers do. There's ways that you can do that, right? You can still enjoy your own music by putting in earbuds, AirPods, earpods, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like headphones. We used to call them headphones back in the day, with their Walkmans, like that. And there's ways. Don't go, oh no, 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 it's okay. I just won't experience what I like. It's okay. Or you're going to order something for dinner and it's a yummy dessert and it's too big for you. And you're like, hey, well, what do you want? Do you want to share with me? Let's share. And the person says, no, I'd like to have this. And so you go, oh, okay, even though you really want that one dessert that you really want, but that person doesn't like it. So you're just going to say, oh, it's okay. I'm going to compromise and not get it. I'll just get what you want. No, get your dessert and then bring the rest home. And you don't have to eat it all, but we need to give ourselves this permission. These are like the simple, you guys, this totally occurred to me yesterday. And I was so excited about this. And I'm like, I got to talk about this on Sunday morning coffee. We limit ourselves from experiencing just simple enjoyment. And it's like we think that our life experiences are like, then we're like, oh, it's selfish if I have joy, or if I'm doing something that I want to do, that's a selfish thing. No, that's selfful, which is soulful, which is being in relationship with yourself, which is exactly what's needed in this life right now, because that's what's wrong with society. Is everybody's doing everything supposedly for other people, except the few who are grabbing the power and are like, I'm doing what I want to do, kind of thing. Okay, so there's a balance between, oh, I don't care, just do whatever you want, it's fine, I'm such a martyr, look at me, I'm such a martyr, oh, just do what you want, and manipulating people with your energy. There's a difference between that and like this is what we must do, and grabbing the power and taking other people's choices of enjoyment away from them so that you can do your own thing, and you're going to be miserable but I'm going to be happy. Do you know what I mean? There's like a huge gamut here. There's a lot of rays of that rainbow that we can tap into as far as enjoyment goes. And it's not selfish, it is essential. It is essential. It is essential. We need to do that. We need to find joy. So the things that make you feel, the things that you like, just start with like don't get too crazy and be like, oh my God, what makes me so happy? I did not say what makes you happy. I'm not saying what makes you happy. Why? Because happiness is this pie in the sky thing that feels like a destination that ain't nobody ever reaches. And if we touch it, it doesn't last long. And so, oh my gosh, it's fleeting. So we think about other things like, what do I like? Like, do you even know what you like anymore? Like, what colors do you like? Like, what is that about? And it might not be the same color that you liked when you were in first grade. Okay, newsflash. Kindergarten colors, you don't choose for life. You can pick different ones. Like I used to love red. Now I'm really into blue. I'm like such a blue person. I kind of like yellow too, but I'm really into blue. Like blue's like my color now. But like when I was in like 5th grade or 10th grade or 12th grade, maybe blue, very red. Of course, maybe it's my school colors. Maybe it's because they were red. But red, I loved red. I always wore red. I liked red. Now it's totally blue. It's blue. Like no question, it's blue. Like I have a mat on my desk that's blue. I like to wear blue. I just have blue. I'm looking around my room and I've got blue everywhere. So like start with that. What colors do you like? What do you like? And maybe you're like, you think about clothing and you're like, oh, well, I always wear black. Okay. Well, so you like to wear black. Maybe it's because you're like an artist and you like the simple palette. You just you want to be able to add things like accessorize like a cool scarf or earrings or something that will stand out then because your jewelry will stand out. Or maybe you want your face to stand out and subconsciously you're wearing black because you want you to shine through, not your clothing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, what do you like? You like people seeing you for you and not for what you're wearing. And some others of us, depending upon the day, I might like to wear a really bright, like I used to when I did talks at expos. I used to do talks at like metaphysical expos and events and psychic fairs and things like that. I would wear a blazer that was that was hot pink sequins with purple like trim on it. I'm not kidding. That's what I wore. And it's like, because I didn't stand out enough, I needed more. But because I wanted the psychic and the metaphysical content of what I was saying to not be so heavy, deep, intense, or serious. I wanted it to be more enjoyable, more curious, more interesting, and interactive. So the same goes for life here now. Okay. So what do you like? So what color do you like? Start with that. Okay. Then it's like, well, what? Here, just a minute. You just bumped this. I think I'm having an issue with my audio. Just a minute. Good morning. Hello. Just know that whenever you are watching this video, just a sec here. There's a time and a place for anger or. I got to check my sound because it looks like I don't have any. I probably do, but can you hear me? Can you give me a thumbs up? Can you hear me? My stuff just paused here. Getting these orthopedic daily walking shoes from Hike paused here. Oh, it does hear. Okay, you guys can hear. It's just my control panel just gave me a thing. Oh, that was weird. Okay. Oh, good. Now it's back. Okay, good. I'm good. Okay. So what do you like? Like I talked about scents, like the smell. Like, are there certain scents that you really like? Don't tell me what you don't like, because that's your first thing is, "Oh, I don't like this, I don't like this, I don't like this." And sometimes you might have to think, like, your brain processing might be like, "Yeah, I don't like this, I don't like this." Okay, and then I like a process of elimination. That's okay. That's just the mind doing that. You're not focusing on the negative. It's just your brain, but notice that because that's probably what's happening. But what kind of perfume do you like? Or cologne or scent? Like, do you like kind of the florally stuff? Do you like that? Or do you like something a little more like fresh or crisp? I have a huge variety of colognes and perfumes. I love them. I really like Canyon. I don't know if they still make it by Bath and Body. That was one of the ones I really liked for a long time. I know that's super cheap, but now it's I think Euros that I have that I really like that. Um, anyway, my point is just simple things like that, like the inputs, the colors, the things that you see that you like what when you see it, you go, "Wow," or you stop for a moment, you pause. So, like, think about flowers. Think about when you're walking by a garden or you're driving down the road and somebody has gorgeous flowers blooming in the front of their yard, and you're like, "Wow," like, do you know what do you notice? What kind of flowers do you like? What kind of colors do you like? And there's so much that is like gives you the opportunity to start to explore yourself, get to know yourself better in ways that then you can take that time. You can take oh God, I'm getting a freaking message. Jeez Louise. Okay, just a minute. I've got mm, okay, I'm hot. Okay, so you know I'm clairvoyant, so I see. And as soon as I started talking about flowers in the house, I got drawn to first I saw some different levels of angels because there's lots of different kind of categories of angels. So I always go to the archangels because that's the most common. All of us, a lot of people know what archangels are, like Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. Michael's the one I saw first, which is kind of like when I see Michael, it's like you're safe is like his affirmation to me. When all of a sudden I'm like, why am I being distracted by this? Why all of a sudden am I intuitively seeing because I was talking about the visual channel, maybe perhaps. But then I also see a celebrity thing. I'm also seeing a house thing. And I don't necessarily want to talk about celebrity stuff or house stuff or anything like that. But this is a famous person that I know well that I talk to, um, that I've talked to often. And there's concern about her house. And so I'm seeing her. So I can see her. But she looks really happy. Like she doesn't look upset or sad or anything like that. And one thing that's coming forward, I'm just going to share this because I feel the information here. So I know that we're taking a little break from Sunday morning coffee, what we were just talking about, but is when psychic information comes through, it's here for a purpose or a reason. It's always here, I believe, to help and support us, right? Because this feels like something that is the opportunity for an affirmation to share with you all that there's lots of different life experiences that you can have. There's lots of different timelines that possibilities for things. When I say timelines, I'm talking about the possibilities. So, based upon what you choose to focus on, what you choose to follow through on, like if you decide that you really like a certain type of flower and you literally decide to plant a little flower box for yourself with those flowers in it, like that, follow through like that. I'm not talking about something massive. I'm not talking about a job change, a divorce, having a baby, getting a dog. I'm not talking about major life things. I'm talking about the simplicity, the simplest parts of life, the sunny days and the freshness of the rain and the greenness of the grass, even though you got to mow it, because I can hear the neighbor mowing their lawn right now. These are opportunities for engagement, for connection. And so, this metaphysical piece of information that I just got with Archangel Michael coming in for me, which is my sign of you're safe in connecting here because I'm connecting with the afterlife. And then I see Marilyn and at her house, and I see her standing, and she has like a white, kind of like a shirt with like the sleeves rolled up, and it's kind of loose and flowy and like baggy pants, which is, I know, unusual for her. It looks a little more masculine. The pants are like, well, they're not actually masculine, but they feel more. She's all white, and then the house is white, and everything is white, and it just feels very high vibrational, very healing, very like in a certain moment in time, and a certain timeline, in a given timeline, this is the way things are. This is that pristine vibrational frequency where it is divine. When ever I see somebody show up in all white, it's very divine. It's divinity connected, which means, to me, my interpretation of that means it's high level of evolving. It might be an opportunity for transition, transformation, or a new kind of level of evolution or advancement for that particular soul, for that in particular individual. And that's what I see. So it's very contented energy. It's very peaceful energy. It's not chaotic. It's not upset. There's not a personality that's like that. And she's like offering us lemonade, and it's very summery, like, and just very like neighbor and lady next door kind of vibe is what I feel. And then she's showing me the white wall, the concrete wall outside her place, and then the big, like a big like there's a shrub that's hanging over, and it's like so hanging over, like, but it's going to be torn down. The shrub is going to be taken out, so then you'll actually be able to look over and see in. And the thing is when people look, the mystery is better than the reality, is part of what she's bringing through. The mystery is better than the reality. Everybody likes different things. Everybody moves through the world in different ways, and you might be disappointed, she said. In fact, you will be disappointed. So please release the judgment, focus on yourself. And then she's showing me yellow tulips. So I'm getting the combination of two colors, very white, bright, very divine, divinity connected, which feels like an evolution, like something's like a transcended energy. And then yellow, but it's a paler yellow, like a lighter yellow. So it's a softer yellow. And so that solar plexus, like, this is meant to be. This is what my soul's journey is on the progression of my soul's journey. And there's a piece about this. So I want to share that with you because that's just what came through. That is so crazy weird. I have no idea. March 26th, is that the date today? Yeah. What that means for her, but I just got that. So metaphysically, when we're open and we're focusing on the things that we like, the things that bring us joy, the enjoyment of things, the beauty of things, whether it be scent or perfume or the color of the flowers or the gorgeous color of the sky or the softness of your favorite pillow or blanket, like really simple stuff, you guys, or the warmth when you're holding, now my coffee's cold, but when you're holding your coffee cup in the beginning of the day and it's just warm and cozy, I love that. I love it. It could be 90 degrees outside, but I'm holding a warm cup of coffee in my hands, and my hands are like, woohoo, we are happy. We are so happy today. Like that. Like, these are the simple things that make such a difference for us. These are the things that we are here for, is the experiences like this. And it's about what you like. It's about the things that are likable about being alive. Okay. So let us try, as we move through our day, as we move through this week. This is the last week of the month of May. So let's make it a good one. Okay. Let's move through this week and maybe spend some time noticing what you like. Now, remember, your mind might start pointing out things you don't like so that your body, sensory wise, can take in what it does like. And so your heart can take in what it does like. What kind of emotions do you like? Like, what do you like to, how do you like to feel? Do you like to feel chill and mellow? Do you like to have a moment where you're sitting on the couch and just kind of sitting there and just like taking a beat before you get up and go do the next thing? Hmm. Like, do you like that? Like, is that something that your body likes? Is that the kind of feeling that you like? Is that kind of relaxing into the couch feeling? Or do you like the feeling when you get a call from a friend that invites you over for a barbecue and you're like, I didn't have any plans. That sounds awesome. Now I'm going to go eat and I'm going to go be social and I'm in the mood for that. So that's good. So I feel, wow, I'm excited. I'm happy about that in this moment. I feel good. I have joy right now. Like that kind of thing. Like, how do you want to feel? Like, what feels good? You know? So, heart and body, like those are the two things that I want you to kind of be a little bit aware of here as you're winding out this last week, because that's what's going to help you with what you like. Your body will tell you, your body will tell you, okay, what you like. And your heart, your feeling, the way you feel about a situation, a person, yourself. Okay, here's a little thing that's going to happen, and it's okay because it happens to all of us, happens to me all the time. I am so good at this. I could get like, I could be rich if I had like a penny for every time this happened to me. But hard on ourselves, getting hard on ourselves or getting critical of ourselves or being like, oh, I should have done this or I should have done that. And oh, I should have known it was going to rain and I didn't bring X, Y, and Z, or I didn't dress appropriately for this, or I mean, it can be something simple like that where you're just digging on yourself, or it could be something serious like all of a sudden you're sitting on the couch, you're chilling, you're taking a beat, and you hear a song. You're taking a break because you're going to go do something else, you know. You hear a song and you start to think about something and you have this like memory, and all of a sudden you're starting to think about that one time in eighth grade when you were mean to that one person, where you said something that just wasn't a good thing and you just felt really bad and it wrecked your friendship, or other people were mean to you because you were mean to that person and it was a whole drama thing or whatever it was. And you start thinking about that, and it brings up all of these thoughts of, I'm a bad person, I'm not nice, I can be mean, I can manipulate, I can be a bully. I can, all these things that you don't like about maybe other people or other things that are going on in the world. And all of a sudden you're identifying with it. So then you feel really bad. And then you're like, in like 5 minutes, all of a sudden you went from chilling on the couch to all of a sudden being this horrific bully person that you like, what? Like, your mind, it brings you into these places, these pockets. Now, why does that happen? I believe it happens so that you can clear it. So you can be kinder to yourself. So you can practice forgiveness. So that when you practice forgiveness with yourself, it's easier to forgive other life experiences, other people. It's easier to be more compassionate. So self-compassion, this is what the opportunity is. The brain is going to step in and it's going to focus on the negative stuff because it wants to fix things. That's what the brain does. It's very computerized. It's not emotional, it's rational. So it's going to go there. But your heart is so emotional, and emotions change like the weather. And that's okay. That's normal and human, right? And your body is super intuitive. So your body is partnered with your intuition. So this week, I want you to really kind of feel into the likes. Like, what do you like? How you feel, the positive stuff, like the good stuff, the moments where you're like, I really like this quietness. Or you're sitting outside with some friends and you're watching the barbecue, or you're sitting outside and you're just admiring the flower bed you just planted, or you're taking a break from work and you're walking outside and you're in the city and you're noticing the sounds and the movement and the energy. And instead of focusing on the exhaust and the dirtiness and all the people and instead of that, what you notice is, look at this productive space. Look at this movement. You feel the beat and the rhythm of the city. You feel the energy of the opportunities of people getting hired for different jobs in these buildings as you're walking down the sidewalk in the city. You see the people being moved in buses because they have an opportunity to take public transportation, which is way better for the environment than driving a car. And you see, you're filled with the way that we come together as a society and coordinate to meet all of our needs in subtle ways, like public transportation, right? Like businesses that are providing opportunities for jobs. Don't go into the, well, capitalism and the jobs are bad and it costs so much money. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about notice the likes, the things that are likable about this environment, this energy. Step out of your office and see that. And don't be like, "Oh, I'm not in the I'm not camping like I was this weekend." And da, da, da. Notice the goodness about where you're at in the moment, what you like about that. Maybe you like the sound of your new shoes on the pavement, the click of the heels. I kind of like that. That was a thing for me. I liked that when my boots made the click when I was walking into work. I liked that. Like simple things, simple and sensory. Simple and sensory. What do you like? Okay, let that come into you. This is how you get to know yourself better. This is how you shift your focus energetically. This is how you use your empathic skills in healthy and positive ways to build that alignment within yourself, that relationship within yourself. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. All right. All right. All right. It's time to switch to tea. Hmm. All right, my friends. Thank you for being here on Sunday Morning Coffee. This was a long one because we got a little distracted by some spirit stuff, which is fine. Hey, I'm here for the metaphysical, so that's how it works. I hope you have enjoyed our kind of quirky conversation today. It's quirky, isn't it? I'm a little quirky today. I'm definitely quirky today. I'm definitely in a good mood. Let me just say that. Probably because I had cookies for breakfast. I had a nice I had a lovely morning, so that's good. All right. So, hello, Bob. Good morning to Florida. I love Florida. Been missing my Disney. Been actually looking. Lavender. Yeah, that's a great energy. That's a great scent. Hello, Ramen. Hi, Cami. Hey, Bay. Hey, Wade. Good morning. Hey, Queen. The Queen is in the house. The Queen is in the temple. The Queen is in the temple tonight. Yow. Missy, nice to see you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to spend some time with my incense stick here. I'm going to burn it a little bit before I head back upstairs to reheat the coffee. I hope I've inspired your spirit today and filled you with some hope, encouraged you to live your life. This is your life after all, and you get to live it. Yes, I'll be here tomorrow for our weekly Monday video. Don't forget, I'm on Instagram, Above Life Channel. We are on Instagram. We are on Facebook, Above Life Channel, and we are on TikTok, Above Life Channel. All right. Thank you so much for being here. Have a good rest of your day. Bye for now.